the tactile balls. I find this product really very interesting. You know, using material that can give children different type of textures. So, and they are big. So it's good that first of all, I would say children can use it with their 2 hands, and because it's soft, I would say it's a good thing. Young children will not be afraid to get hurt. And definitely different textures give another dimension to the ball that you can feel and can discriminate what it is, what type of textures to differentiate the ball. And also, like I said earlier, 2 hands, you can use 2 hands. And also you can use throwing, catching, so the things that we usually do with balls. One thing I would like to talk about the ball, it would be good if it has a bit more weight, or the ball comes with different weights. That I think can have more different ways of playing with it. If it has some weight. I think this is good, but it would be good that some are heavier, some are lighter, and that can work on your control for movement too. Regarding the balls for children with SPD, basically when we talk about sensory processing disorder, there are different types. Like there are issues in modulation, issues in discrimination, and also in terms of motor problem. So I would say with the tactile ball, definitely I would see it would be good for using it in terms of discrimination, telling the different types of touch. Okay, we cannot use touch to differentiate what each one is. So I would say it's more for discrimination. However, I would say some children, they really calm down with touch. So it might be a good sensory tool for modulation. Okay, the ball might be a bit big, but the material, if it is a bit smaller, because of the texture, maybe you can put something in your pocket. That might be a good tool for modulation. These are the touchables. I think they come in pairs. So the first thing I would say for occupational therapy for children, the first thing, or even for adults, the first thing is they can match using texture. And I would say on the market there aren't that many tactile toys, and even though they don't come so big. So I would say the size is really good. You can really feel with the whole hand. So I would say it is good that the size is good, and the material, they are different. And I would say if they can come, say the same color, then you can really is using the touch to differentiate the difference, right? And of course, there are different colors. Then they can also, it's good maybe you can match by colors, by textures, or maybe by shapes. So those are all quite good use in terms of occupational therapy for fine motor tactile discrimination. Another thing I think they can be used is for maybe playing dominoes if they come, because they are actually pretty big. So if you put it on some blocks, so you can use the text to actually help to play dominoes. So actually I would say a very versatile piece of a toy. These touchables will be more for children for sensory discrimination. And like I said earlier, the school can do for matching using sense of touch. Going back to the part that we talk about occupational therapy, so other than looking into the sensory part, we also look into daily life. So I would say these materials are actually pretty soft. So actually it's actually good, maybe you can get them to make into maybe sponges or maybe some washcloth. And because when we use it on the body, it's really feeling, the whole body feeling it. So it's not just the hands. So that might be another quite good use for occupational therapy. So this is a tactile runway. Okay, this is made tiles made of different tactile material. The first thing I find that this is very the color is very appealing, very attractive. So it's actually quite inviting for kids at least to try. And this big, kids can walk on it. For children with sensory processing disorder, one of the issues they have is the tactile defensiveness. And a lot of these children, they have difficulty walking on different textures like grass, carpets. So this one is not that threatening because it's dry and the color is appealing. I would say maybe a good prerequisite, good preparation for children walking on grass. Just now when I walk on it, it does give me a feeling like walking on grass, but it's safe. So this is a great idea. Another thing is these tiles can be separated and put separately. So it's actually good that children can walk from tiles to tiles. One thing I suggest it might be even better is if they are non-slip. Actually, they are non-slip, isn't it? Yeah. So it's actually pretty good that that children can jump. Okay, and again you can use textures to match colors. So it's actually a versatile piece of equipment. So that's for children with sensory processing disorder. In terms of OT, we do see a lot of these children with issues like this. So I would say this is basically what I would say we can use with children in occupational therapy. Okay, so this is a tactile wrap. So I'm using it like a blanket. This side is of different textures and the inside here is soft material. So we can put it on ourselves like this or maybe the other way around. I really like the idea, although when we sleep we usually look for more comfort, so it will be this side. But the idea that the hands can rub on the outside is good. Very often we use sense of touch to calm ourselves. So I would say the idea that different type of touch here is great. So children, maybe this is a way to calm themselves down. So this is a great idea. It would be better if these can be changeable, because some kids maybe certain textures they really cannot take. So if these can be removed and changed with other textures, that would be even better. Another thing is it might be good to have weight, because I'm sometimes a slight have some weight, because especially when we are using it in the clinic, we want children to feel the textures. With a bit of weight, it can actually feel it better on us. If not, then it might be a bit too light. You cannot really feel that well. Another thing that I know we can do is we can use it to wrap children and then they can roll. That is good. If this piece is a bit longer and the material can be a bit more stretchable, then it might be good to make it into a resistance tunnel. Children can crawl through it, and it's also a great way for children to really feel the different textures. So another great piece of equipment. Yeah.